sounds simple and logical, but often for some reason you do the opposite. After all, the scheme is very straightforward. First, take your time to think, make a decision and then act quickly. But everything is a bit more difficult. In this video, I'll share my thoughts on why this is the most effective approach and also why many people don't follow this scheme. I will start with a life story. It is already quite hard to say when this happened, but at one point, at about 13 years old, I believe, I realized that victory would belong to those who act and don't waste time. From that age, I began to fill my life with target actions. There is almost no time when I have nothing to do or I don't have any idea how to spend my time efficiently. I always have a list of things that need and are important to work on. For this reason, I constantly move forward and see my progress. By the way, for the same reason, it doesn't seem to me that time flies very quickly. Because there is always something to remember, there is no, emptiness in my life and it makes me happy. So, due to the fact that I began to fill my time with movement, I also felt the need for quick decision making. I always remember that stagnation is deadly. I managed to achieve that I always knew what to do. I was always in the process and I very quickly adapted my strategies to new horizons. I think that's amazing, although now I have lost some of the attributes that make the strategy easier to implement, for example, a dynamic city around me. And this is still how I live. Now, I want to share 3 thoughts on why thinking and then acting quickly is the best approach. First, before you act, you should analyze everything. It's like the captain of a boat is looking at the map to understand where he is, where he will sail, how long it will take and which obstacles may be along the way. When you think and analyze your next steps as well as options for movement, you make a plan, and without a plan it's very difficult, very tough to go. It's needed in order to see the whole picture. And the plan can both apply to the full strategy or to one specific action. It's always important to think through all the pros and cons, to know all about the possible difficulties and advantages of victory. This is necessary in order not to deviate from the chosen path. Imagine the situation. For one day you stop thinking strategically and just blindly start doing whatever you want. Your actions will be quite chaotic and they'll almost immediately begin to replace each other. It will be good if by the end of the day you'll remain alive. It's clear that no one will act like this, but I just wanted to show that thinking before acting is very important. Always look several steps ahead and think through the consequences of each of your actions. Otherwise, you will end up in complete confusion. Second, when you have analyzed everything, you should start acting. This is where most people have a problem. They can plan their steps but never implement them. For this reason, often people don't even begin to act rationally planning their way. They stuck in chaos and don't understand why they have no control on their life. But the reality is that it's action that leads to result. You won't build a business if you don't take action here and now. You can't even build a career without it. You need to act quickly, accurately and surely, while always keeping a plan in mind. Only in this case you'll remember where you started and where you want to go. To keep going and staying on track, you always need to be motivated and remind yourself of the result you want to achieve. This can be either very distant goals or something simple. It all depends on the specific situation, and the only advice I can repeat is not to afraid to think big. Global goals lead to the most serious changes. So my personal approach is to be bold in your desires. One recommendation: when you have analyzed everything, take action immediately. Don't allow yourself a break earlier than necessary, because this can slow you down very much or even stop. Take action here and now. Third, don't stop and always know your next step. This is exactly the most challenging thing. Even more hard than taking the first step, because the system is critical here. You must always be on the move and always clearly know where you will go in a week, month or year. And more importantly, how your strategy will change and adapt after achieving each goal. This is both the ability to think ahead and the ability to endure discomfort for a long time. In general, any success depends on how patient you are with difficulties and challenges. If you can be under pressure and stressed for a long period of time without stopping the movement, you will achieve a lot. Set yourself a plan, create a challenge for yourself, or use any other way to make sure that every action you take creates the next one. Build a system in which you will endlessly move forward, and any task itself will show you how to complete it. Guys, thank you so much for watching my content. You remember, I highly appreciate each of your views. So if this episode was useful for you, give me a like and write the comment below to let me know which particular idea or part had the bigger value for you. If it wasn't useful, write the comment below as well to explain your position, so next time I'll make the better video. And yes, follow my channel. See you in the day after tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much.